What's up, college football fans? Don't forget to check out and order your copy of Stiff Arming Football Myths, our latest football game plan book. So go on our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copy. We have these available in paperback as well as in PDF form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you our preview of the 2014 National University Holiday Bowl between the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the USC Trojans. Now let's take a look at some coaching points for both teams in this ball game, starting with Nebraska.
For Nebraska in this ball game, quarterback Tommy Armstrong's early groove will be key. We know they want to come in and run the football, but if he can get that passing game going just a little bit, he doesn't have to throw for over 300 yards, just enough to where USC has to respect the passing game and allow Amir Abdullah to have success running the football. It goes a long way. And Randy Gregory's presence has to be felt from the first drive and throughout the course of this ball game. He has to be in the face of Cody Kessler throughout this matchup in order to make USC one-dimensional. And if I'm Nebraska, I would play your game. Your game is predicated on running the football, chewing up the TOP, staying aggressive defensively, and operating off play action and trying to generate big plays in the special teams unit. Don't get caught into trying to play USC's game, which is an up-tempo style. Play your game, do what you do best, and that way you can be victorious. And for USC in this ball game, only play one team in this Holiday Bowl, which means don't beat yourself. Penalties, turnovers, those things can't happen versus this Nebraska football team. And defensively, you have to be able to set the edge. Nebraska loves to run those outside zones, try to find Amir Abdullah those cutback lanes. You have to set the edge and force them to play downhill. And expect the unexpected. Remember, Nebraska is making a coaching change. They have an interim staff in place right now, so expect crazy things in the first quarter, second quarter, and honestly throughout the course of the ball game, so that way you can stay on your toes and be able to react accordingly. The biggest X factor in this game for Nebraska, in my opinion, will be the play of their nickelback Byerson Cockrell. He's going to probably draw the coverage of George Foreman or Darius Rogers. USC will try to spread the field with those three wide receivers and isolate Cockrell in one-on-one matchups in which he has to win more often than not. The biggest X factor in this ballgame for USC will be the play of their secondary. They can go many different ways with how they attack an offense. They're very versatile on the back end. They can utilize Sua Cravens as an outside linebacker. Josh Shaw will be back, and we'll see some significant minutes at cornerback. They still have Leon McQuay back deep. Gerald Bowman will get the start at free safety. So they can go many different ways. And you still have the freshman Adoree Jackson at cornerback. So again, the play of their secondary, how they play in space, how they play versus the run, ultimately determines how well they play as a whole defensively. Now here are some 2015 prospects you want to keep an eye on in this ball game. And again, these are senior prospects. Only three guys on this list. Amir Abdullah, one of the best running backs in the country, if not the best running back in the country. Kenny Bell, a talented wide receiver, had a tremendous career for Nebraska. And Hayes Pullard, the linebacker for USC at 6'1", 235 in the middle, does a great job on both ends of defense. Now, if two guys that are juniors declare, like a Randy Gregory or Leonard Williams, this would be a much deeper list as far as what you see in this game as far as prospects are concerned. The 90s were extremely good to Nebraska football. They won 3 national titles in 94, 95, and also in 1997, and in my opinion should have won 2 more in 93 and also in 99. During their 3 title seasons, they were a perfect 38-0. Nicknamed Tailback U, the running back position at USC is the second most important position in this country outside of the President of the United States, boasting 5 Heisman Trophy winners in Mike Garrett, O.J. Simpson, Charles White, Marcus Allen, and Reggie Bush, as well as talented legends such as Anthony Davis and Ricky Bell. This position at this program is like no other in college football. In the 1997 Holiday Bowl, Colorado State faced the Missouri Tigers, an exciting game throughout as Colorado State built up a 28-17 lead before a fourth quarter touchdown by Missouri closed the gap to 4, but running back Ryan Esslinger put the game away with a 23-yard touchdown run as CSU went on to win 35-23. In the 1985 Sugar Bowl, Nebraska took on LSU, and the Tigers were led by talented tailback Dalton Hilliard as they built up a 10-0 lead, but Tom Osborne's Cornhuskers defense put the clamps on the Tigers offense, shutting them out in the second half en route to a 28-10 victory. In the 1940 Rose Bowl, USC took on the undefeated and second-ranked Tennessee Volunteers, led by legendary head coach Bob Nealon. Thanks to a stifling defense, Howard Jones's Trojans was able to shut out the powerhouse Vols 14-0 to finish the season 8-0-2. I like USC in this ball game. I believe the Trojans defense can weather the first quarter storm that they're going to see from this Nebraska Cornhusker football team because of the coaching change. So you're going to see that element of surprise of a lot of trick plays, some crazy things that could break for a big play, whether it be a touchdown or a big gain that could get them in field goal range. But I look at their offense as well. USC's offense can play any type of game. They can run the football, they can air it out if they want to, and I think it's going to be a well-balanced offensive attack that's going to lead them to victory over Nebraska.